Okay, so I have some exciting news. We have had our architect designs through, which is super exciting because we are pretty much happy with how they are on the first go. So we are now pushing it through to planning. So I wanted to show you guys sorry, the dog always making noises in the background. So I wanted to show you guys the plans that we've had through and what we are happy with and what we're going with and what we might change and things like that. Right, so I'll start with the existing. So I'm going to be doing it on my phone, and I'll put what I'm looking at here in this space here, just so that we're in harmony. So as you can see here, this is our current floor plan. We've got the reception room, and then the front door is here. You know, you kind of like walk through, and then you've got our bedroom, kitchen, and then you go through to the conservatory and then out the back that way. But yeah, and then obviously you've got the big shower room there, which, you know, maybe in hindsight could have been smaller, but never mind. This is the loft, so it's literally just one room with two thingies on it. This is the side section of the home, and then again, this is what the existing is here. So yeah, this is the front, that's the rear, side, and the other side. So that's currently what it is at the moment, which is a one-bed bungalow. The loft is a room, but because it doesn't meet building regs, we can't actually call it a bedroom. So the house at the moment is literally just a one-bed bungalow, hence why we are going to be doing more work. So this is what he's proposed. I'm so excited. But yeah, okay, I'll start with this one. So this is the front elevation. So it's gonna kind of look maybe a little bit strange because of the two things on the side here, but it's a dormer bungalow, so that's what we've got to go with. So yeah, this will be all glass, which is super exciting. And then we've got our bay window, and we're going to be moving our front door here, which again, I literally cannot wait. But yeah, these two dormers are going to ensure that we have got a lot of space up there, which is super exciting. So what they propose at the back is more glass at the back, and then look at that, those bifolds. We probably won't go for bifolds, we think we'll go for sliders. And again, yeah, you can see the dormer bungalow there. So they're proposing to make it hip to gable at the front and the back, because that's the way the ridge is in our bungalow at the moment. And then obviously the dormers on the side, you can kind of see that here. So there's quite a lot of windows. And then that's the other side there, pretty much mirrored on the other side. Yeah, toughened glass, UPVC windows, smooth render finish. And yeah, if you could see here, this is something that they've done on purpose, is the dormers have a good space here, so that when you're looking out, it doesn't look like a big bungalow with two dormers smacked on the side. They do start back a little bit, which gives us that element of kind of like hiddenness. You won't be able to see them all the time, and they'll be back a good metre or so. So we love that. And then yeah, at the back, obviously they're just a little bit closer there to the back of the house, but that gives it from the front less of an alien feel, which is something we said was really important. Okay, and now this is the inside. So I'm just so excited, I just can't wait. I can't wait. Like, this is something that, you know, I could only ever dream of. And this is one thing I was saying to my friend about how amazing doing a renovation actually is. Because say the house is worth $550 once it's all done, I'd never be able to afford to live in a house and pay $550 for a house like this. But if you do a reno, you get it cheaper, and then you're living in a house that may cost like $336,000, for example, but it's actually $550,000. You could never buy that straight off the bat because of the salary stop and all things like that. So I would super recommend doing a renovation any chance that you've got. Add any value to a property and you will see the benefits in return. So this is the inside. So I'll start with the reception room. So like I said earlier, the front door will be here. So we'll walk through here, then you'll walk in, and then you'll have our reception room. I think I'll get some stairs, so instead of going up that way, They will just come straight here and then maybe put like a wall there so that this is the reception area and it's separate from the living room. I think that's probably something I will do. And then we can have a nice sofa along this wall here, chair here, maybe chair here, and then coffee table and whatever. So super excited about that. That's pretty much not that much different. So then you come into what our current hallway, and there'll be a cupboard. Oh, because we don't have any storage space at the moment, so that is literally luxury. And then you'll have our current shower room, which you've seen before on some of my old videos. And then you'll come in to this large kitchen diner area. So at the moment, our conservatory kind of like goes like that. And this is blocked off like that, as you can see where the RSJs are and the steel beams are on this. And we've also got a utility room here, which I'm super duper excited about because I hate laundry around the house. Like, how annoying is laundry around the house? So I think that downstairs plan is pretty standard. I think that's what a lot of houses do at the moment. They open up the back and put big bifolds in and have a separate living room as well and a downstairs shower room. But then the upstairs is where it gets interesting. So originally we weren't going to extend over the downstairs extension, but the architect has come up with a plan which it will give us a lot of space, which I still can't believe, like, we could actually have this space. Well, it's got to go through planning first, but fingers crossed that we'll be able to. So I'll show you now. So if you have a look, this is it. So as you can see, is what I was talking about earlier, there's this, it starts a bit back by here, but this will be the master bedroom here, which is massive. And then we've got an ensuite with a bath, because at the moment we don't have a bath in the bungalow. So if we were thinking about selling on in the future, apparently baths, everyone wants them for their kids, even though I don't really think you need one, because you can bathe the baby in a sink or in a tub that you can like just move around. But never mind, we're gonna put the bath in there. And then you've got this storage area here above where the stairs are gonna be next to, like a landing space, quite big for that as well. You've got another bathroom, another one, and then you've got two really decent size double bedrooms with beautiful light. The back bedrooms will be south facing, so you'll have gorgeous light coming through there a lot of the day. I think that's where we'll probably have our offices, because we'll be spending most of the day in there. Having that being a bit more private is probably better for us, because we can work in quiet without being distracted of busyness happening on the street pretty much. So that's the upstairs, and I think, yeah, absolutely obsessed with that. Didn't think that we'd be able to have rooms that big here. Again, hoping that it goes through planning and we can get this. But this is kind of like, if you sliced it open, this is what it would look like from the front of the house. And this is, again, sliced in the side of the house. This is the most exciting part for me, is these 3D illustrations. So that's what it kind of looks like for us now. Existing external towards the rear. And then this is what it looks like. So this is what the bungalow will look like from the front. So you can see all that glass here. Absolutely brilliant. New front door, can't wait. And then all the windows along the side. So we will have a lot of light going through the top floor of the bungalow there, which is amazing. And then this is what the rear will look like. Again, lots of glass, absolutely loving it. I think it will look really nice once it's done. And then this is the internal view. And look how big the room is. Ah, can't wait. I literally can't wait. I'm just really hoping that it passes platinum permission. So yeah, you've kind of got that big kitchen with an island and plenty of places for people to sit and eat. And then there's like a living room at the back there as well. So there'll be so much room that we can just move it all around and see what we prefer. And then this is kind of like the upstairs. That would be the master bedroom. This one down here. So again, you'll see all those lovely windows coming in, and you've got the window in the dormer as well. So yeah, this is kind of like what it would look like upstairs. Big bedroom there, ensuite, two double bedrooms and another bathroom. And then the downstairs is like that. So that is our architect plans. So if you're thinking of doing the same, you need to instruct an architect, and they will come round. They'll probably have a consultation with you first, discuss kind of like everything they can offer, and then they'll probably give you a quote. We paid £1,125 for our architect, and that included the back plans and the loft plans. And then he, once we instructed him, then he went away and designed this. Then we paid him, and then he instructed us then to go and get an indicative cost from a builder, a couple of different builders. So we think we've selected our builder now, which is brilliant. We've spoken to Principality. We're going to be further lending in order to fund the project, because we don't just have cash sitting in our back pockets. Plus, neither would I recommend using your own money for something like this. Like, I think your own money is your own money. Use a mortgage for your houseworks, in my opinion. It's the cheapest loan you're gonna get, probably. So, you know, if you've got inheritance, or you could go and just further lend, I would just further lend, because you don't really want to use your inheritance or something that you could literally borrow at really cheap rates. So anyway, yeah, that's what we've done. We've got the indicative costs, and now we've said, hello, builder, price, all good. Could you please send it off to planning permission? So the architect will usually do that for you. So our architect is doing that now, I think. So yeah, apparently planning usually takes 8 weeks, but during the pandemic, it's been building up, and now there is like a 16-week wait. So we are hoping to book this in for August time, but again, we've got to hope that planning permission comes back, because if it doesn't get accepted, then we've got to re-look at the plans and submit them again, which is not ideal. So we don't want that to happen. That's where we are now, and I hope you will join me along this process. So don't forget to like and subscribe, mainly subscribe, and turn on the bell notification or whatever people say in this point of the video, but just follow along with our journey, because I think you're gonna like it. It's gonna be a lot of work and probably quite stressful, but I think it will be totally worth it. So yeah, thank you so much for getting this far in the video, and I shall see you in the next episode.